Okay, I'm making this one for Joji Miller specifically. Now, this is literally headgear just to survive this country. This is to unblock my block oith. Do you see OCIC? OCIC, OCIC. This is psychopathic people and sociopathic people coming up from this country. OCIC, OC. They're coming up right here and they're trying to grab all of right here and they're bringing it down to control it or just like move. And they're actually strangling me to death. So Joji needs to like completely, fully fucking understand. In this country, there are no three faces whatsoever. In fact, honestly, it's a lot easier for me if I don't put my fucking face on camera. Because I'm really, really, really physically sensitive in this country. There's no three faces whatsoever. In this country, there's freedom of religion, and it basically means the astral plane. Nobody learns how to use it in school. It's just up to media, pop culture, TV, anyone who wants to talk about it with you. Just cult leaders, mostly rapists, insane people. It's just a bunch of psychopaths and sociopaths playing like Jesus butt buddy and trying to be your best friend at any point, angle, or time, or your imaginary best friend or some sort of thing in your back of your head just to control and attack you. So it honestly for a schizophrenic person is just a constant battle of puppeteers hovering over you and trying to control you and moving through you through cyclical time. Like honestly, I've noticed as every time my chakra spins and goes, there's always just cycles of emotion. It's just like happy, sad, like there's just a cycle of like everything. I'm watching like language change. I'm watching people move. I watch a lot of cycles. I want to work on like sundials personally, and I honestly personally hate Zach Adele because he'll eat up all of my IQ physically, and then I'm just left with his breathy nasal joke. I get left in people's creative spaces when they think it's funny, and people will laugh at like my will to live as a joke. It's icy. Now in America, Joji identifies as a Christian, and in America that means you're either awake or you're not. Basically, if you're awake and you're a Christian, you're usually not a Christian anymore. And if you're awake and you're a Christian, like you usually like excuse me. I'm not talking to any Christian specifically on my video. I'm talking to my video in my mirror, and people are confused because I'm disabled. Okay, didn't know that. Okay, so Joji, do you understand? People are like raping her face physically, and I know she's gonna put this on Twitter and you're gonna call her a retard. When you joke about being fucking retarded in America, George Miller, hey, put your face on camera. This is someone else in her body, and she's that disabled. Joji, she often complains that she has trouble binding these two lobes of her brain together to form a thought on a computer which requires two hands and a keyboard. Just for the record, Joji Miller, I hope you recognize us in this video because she fuses with Japan and she's ruined your entire social standing in Japan thus far because this is a full-on energetic attack down her heart and chakras where they honestly, they'll pin me down, survival instinct, somewhere down here and then just strangle me. And this is where I can like speak and breathe. My entire life, like if I visited myself astrally, I'm like somewhere like way back there. Like I'm like crushed and they hurt my heart and they don't care. And people will just come and attack me continually and they choke and strangle me. And Joji like identifies as a Christian, which means here everyone thinks there's like, okay, honestly, I see, okay. Our fusion is him joking about every ounce of me screaming and trying to escape witch hunt in this country. Christians will strangle and maim a nervous system trying to breathe and survive subconsciously. Like, I wish I could describe to you exactly how much in the back of my head they're cracking my nasal cavities, and I'm always constantly like way somewhere back here. This caused me like super pudgy face when I was younger. I'm like being suffocated back here, constantly thinking all of this is just being like strangled. Like, I have to build headgear to survive the country, to breathe and think right. I'm dead serious. Like, I honestly have to. And this is like, this keeps falling off because it's not sewn on right today, genuinely. But this is also to help me breathe. I was like cleaning out my head, like right back here. I got like really demented, like pedophile dementia coming at me. Like, I got this huge bald spot of just rapists all right down here. They're just murdering me all right here. I all into like my face, and then I'm like suffocating back here, and then they all just kind of skate forward too and choke me. It's very, very hard to live in this country because all this is very socially acceptable astrally because basically nobody uses the astral plane properly at all. So they all build up this giant fusion in me of all my years of being raped by my father, which is very easy to do. And my father is like energetically a tie to your dad is actually very naturally, very powerful thing people go for. You know, going, daddy, this is a mind control tactic for the record because naturally that's who you're going to seek for information and guidance at some point. And mine is the rapist for the government, genuinely. And I'm going to just say, fuck you, Justin Roiland, again. just again and again and again, because Rick chasing Morty is a sociopath chasing a schizophrenic. And I've said this before, but it's easier to say on OCO. Do you see the ICO? Every time I start to get to the point of I'm being tortured or I can't breathe or this is unacceptable socially, like physically, someone else in America is going to build up in their head that this is okay and they can win. If you really want to know America, it's people debating to death and barking and screaming all day long, and they do that in their heads because that actually comes from somewhere. Like, I'm not even kidding. So Joji, your entire comedy career you abandoned because I am physically being murdered in America for that face. That entire face of your comedy career is me begging and screaming for help in the astral plane because I can't breathe. And you're a fucking bar-tard who's numbed the shit out of yourself and any instinctual calling for like the help to stop death. I can personally say I've witnessed people walk into the suicide forest myself from these candles, and I know how to energetically pull their chakras and get them through a portal and save them from that demon that's murdering them, and then go ahead and walk away, go home from here. And you're a shaman from Japan, which means that's honestly can cause seizures, but they can be cured naturally, and it's part of your life quest to actually figure out the natural cures to stop these instead of just taking fucking bars which cause seizures. But you're just numbing yourself to all the people that like walk around Japan that you could have saved. Like, there's people every day that you touch in the astral plane that you could have fucking helped. You didn't do it. You didn't stop that, and that drove you insane because you had to be a good student or make money or do something. And I don't, like, personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't care, because everyone's getting shot up in this fucking country, and it's now my job to stop everybody. And I'm crazy cat lady who's retarded on benefits, and I'm making the same fucking jokes as you. But here in America, if anyone hears me astrally or understands, like, oh, they see that I'm like pretty, seriously, like, honestly, genuinely, people from Disney will see like hallucinations around my face, or like, does it look like Disney to you? Ha! Ah! Wow! These people will use me as a puppet, and then they'll bark and scream that I'm in their creative safe space, and then it becomes a Tumblr war physically with who can enunciate at all. And I happen to have an incredibly small brain as a schizophrenic. I happen to have very low gray matter, and I happen to like be completely helpless to the cult worship in this. There's no three faces in the country whatsoever. And like Christopher McCandless in this country, like, he was a very smart man who went to college, wasn't taught anything about all religion all at once, wasn't taught anything about proper survival of schizophrenia like you were, Joji. Like, they don't teach that here. Schizophrenia in this country literally means legally none of anything I'm talking about the astral plane exists at all. None of the people I channeled in this video, none of that happened. None of the strangling happened. None of the people building up the puppet with all the years of rape of my dad in me, like that fusion, and then calling me a retard and trying to just numb me down physically till I'm like autistic, literally, because they don't understand crazy cat lady can get a benefit too. Like, honestly, if I just say I'm on the benefit for like voices, like people, they'll just think they'll just attack. You see, yeah, that's an American attack. For the record, that's the base of OC, IC, OC. That's like breathing around the O, and then IC, they're taking my pineal gland down to IC, and they're attacking. That's someone just eating the shit out of you in America. Like, I understand everyone dies in Japan. I understand that the sex industry is brutal as shit. I understand the women are oppressed. But there's some culture there that helps them clean the streets and not get in mass gunfights every 5 fucking seconds there. It exists. That doesn't exist in America whatsoever. And the fact that like you grew up there, Joji, and you are fucking me, like I don't care what you think or what you say. Like, I know for a fact, sir, you're fucking me. And I've already tarnished your career in so many different points in time because the spiral, no one wants to admit that I'm psychic as shit in this country. The spiraling chakra point in the back of my head, like just right down here, like this goes out for millions of years so fucking fast. Just one eye movement in a brainwave with sunlight and weed. And I've grown up on like solid Denver weed, like good weed my whole life. I'm not a bar tard. I never took Joji, you're literally strangling that chick for a comedy career. Do you fucking understand how much she's trying to talk to you personally in a mirror with crystals and summoning rituals? This girl is trying to summon every single one of her disciples that cult America will take away from her and brainwash FBI agents into following for her. See, Joji, when I see Joji, I'm lucky to make it to a camera to demonstrate to you exactly how much these angst I see Joji. She's lucky to make it to a camera to demonstrate how much they're trying to get her on the shots to make sure she dies in the hospital. Okay? They're making her scream because they can play 40 chess with her rapist neighbors and a bunch of people who will call the cops for a noise complaint on the crazy chick. They're playing 40 chess with crazy cat lady, and she's fucking. You know, I got a brain disease from going to the Valley of Death, and because I know the sands of time better than you.